Yeah, it's just water damage down in here. You could feel it too.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yep. But for $5, it's still a good read.
Wrecking shit as always.
Yeah. Story of my life. This time though, I'm not getting in trouble for
it. All right.
Would you like to do an honor of one?
No,
Okay.
That's...
It's kind of blasphemous, you know.
It is. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to do it. And just wasteful, if nothing else. Like I used to, when I worked in a corporate record store, we'd have to do this to all the magazines, and like you couldn't donate them to a library or something. I don't know. They're like it just
30 years ago when I opened, for your returns, you used to have to bring back the whole book.
Yeah.
So if these guys said, "Oh, you get returns," and you have box of books, you're paying stupid money just to return them.
Yeah.
The one thing you had going for it is like the warehouse. We could go down to the warehouse. It was close. We picked up our books down in Woburn.
Yeah.
So we'd bring our returns there. But if you weren't close to the warehouse, you had to mail back your returns, and it cost you half of what, if not almost what, some of your returns would be sometimes. So it wasn't worth it. But then they says, okay, stop sending covers. Now we have to show the covers, and we take pictures of the covers, and then we can throw away the covers too once they approve the return process.
probably at least recycle it all, but then the recycling just gets thrown in a landfill anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I still recycle it.
Or the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I recycle it anyways.
Yeah.
Hoping that it goes where it's supposed to go. I still put in the recycling just to know that I did my part to try. Because God knows there are a lot of trees in here. Okay, so
no kidding.
Try to do my part for the environment.
That was your part for the environment right there?
Yeah. You don't like it?
Carbon footprint. It's just increased.
Silvestri's doing is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Well,
gorgeous.
Yeah. Look who we're talking about.
Well, I know.
He's good.
He's
just
good.
Saying, yeah.
He's
but
one of the upper
it's
echelon.
Part of the reason it stands out is, I mean, the regular Batman book, the art's been really good lately.
Yep.
Little too much going on in a lot of it, maybe, but it's been really nice. But the Silvestri stuff is just like, well, there it is right there.
It's something right here.
It looks great. The action is clean and concise. You can tell what's going on. He knows exactly how to direct your eye and how to direct movement. It's like, it helps that he's writing it too, so he's staging it right out of his head. Mm-hmm. But it's just, it's so much better than so much of what's coming out.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't know what he's been up to. I'm assuming Image things, but I haven't seen...
I don't think much of anything
that he's done in ages.
Well, because he can't get anything out. He's never on anything for a long time. He never gets anything out on time, you know?
He was on Wolverine for a long time back in the day, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that was before he became his own boss. It was after Image. I think it was one of the Hulk books, Indestructible Hulk or something. Or there was one. And then he was on for like a few issues, and then he was just gone because the book wasn't coming out.
I know it's a limited. I don't know how many are in it there. I think there's 3 of them out so far.
Yeah, I think so.
And I mean, story-wise too, everybody's always talking about how there's not enough Batman, or it's just not a Batman story. And this is like, there's a science mystery tied into Gotham politics. Gordon's been kidnapped. It's Batman and Bullock trying to work the beat and figure it out. And like, it's all your classic stuff.
As we were talking, I just all I asked for is clean artwork.
It's a little bit gritty. It's a little edgy. Because that's his style. It's just kind of scratchy a little bit.
But it's not. It's not this.
Well, you think you're the inker now?
Yeah. It's not that. You know what I mean? So it's still clean. You can tell this is Batman. You know who this guy is. You know who this person is. You know,
a lot of artwork is clean, but it looks like it's Saturday morning cartoon artwork.
Well, that's another thing I commented on earlier too. Yeah, it's Ed McGuinness, Ryan Otley,
Goofy Scooby Doo. Chris Samney. Never mind.
You like Chris Samney?
No, I don't. But I don't like a lot of things that just happened.
Oh, okay. I mean, this art's great, but unfortunately with him, I'm surprised that it's out. It's the 3 issues so far have been out on time. Very surprising.
Oh, that was the one that hits me. That this is the major fight scene, and it's just
like you said, he knows how to direct action
blow
perfectly.
for blow, what's happening. So there's so much of it that's just, here's a foot flying through the air, here's some guy spinning in the air, but you don't actually see a punch connect or a move being blocked or responded to in a way that makes any sense. It's just a bunch of jumbled action on a page. This is like, here's the hit, here's him rolling with the hit into the next move, and it's
there's
just,
actually some,
you know exactly what's
not
going
many,
on panel to
but there's actually some words that are going on in this, whether, it doesn't have to be, right, when you just get a thing of splash pages, there's no word on it. You got a guy doing this,
Because I thought that
and
was
you got a
just
guy
me.
doing
Maybe
this.
I'm getting old and I'm
Doing what?
getting soft, but
Oh, I like that one.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
I've been talking to people about that, thinking maybe it's me, maybe I'm getting old and a little mushy in the head. That
that's
that's a
partially true.
problem in books at this point, where there's just a mess of stuff going on, but you can't really connect like cause and effect, direct action, like what's actually happening.
Jeff shakes his fist at the sky. Get off my lawn!
But I'm happy to see it's not just me that thinks that's a problem.
No.
And to see an example of someone doing it well really underlines that. Okay, I'm not
it stands
entirely
out because
crazy.
it's few and far between now. That's the sad part. It stands out so much because almost nothing is even of that quality.
So the artwork we have going on in here. That's a cover I'm not picking up. Okay.
That's gonna be gone already.
Yeah, it has. Some look good. Like the Catwoman one was pretty much almost the same one that I think it was Jim Ballant did in the day. Yeah, some of them looked okay, but some were just quality right there.
You don't know. You haven't read it. I tried to get you to read it. You did.
I skimmed through it.
You didn't skim anything.
I did. I did this. I went,
That issue?
no, issue 1.
Okay. No, I read issue 1 with you.
Yeah,
I
right.
tried to guide you through it, but you
Right.
just weren't having it.
No, and I'm definitely not having now because this is the same sort of crappy artwork that we talk
It's
about.
not great. And that guy's usually better.
Ferry.
Yeah. Pasquale Ferry or Pascal Ferry, something like that.
Now, if you don't read any book, if you don't read any of these books, this is the one you need to read. Issue number 9.
Why?
Because this has the Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips story in it. So, I'd like to get $41, please.
We can work with that.
Okay.
I think he needs to do something besides crime noir, though.
Although that implies you might be willing to haggle. Knowing that, I'll have to give it a shot next time.
Well, yes, it would have haggled upwards. For every time I say, would you do 35? I'll take 47. Goes up every time.
Why?
Why should it go down?
It's not really how you haggle.
I wasn't haggling, so it's. Well, wait a minute. If it always has to go down, why can't someone let it go up once in a while?
No one wants to pay more for things.
I don't want to give it away less. That's less. It's paying my mortgage. That's true, yeah. Right. That's less. That's paying for dinner or that's basically saying to you today. You go to work tomorrow and say, hey, we work for $1 an hour less, and you're gonna go, what? I'm not working for $1. Why not?
Well, it's really not the same thing.
No, it's exactly the same thing.
You have stuff here that you can haggle
It's
with.
exactly the same thing, though. It's exactly the same.
I think you're making stuff up.
Right?
Well, if you're setting the starting point, it's expected that you're probably willing to come down from there, and the other guy's not going up from where you started unless they're feeling super generous and just hit the lottery, and then maybe.
Well, I didn't hit the lottery either, so. Yeah. But I mean, you got the discount anyways already, automatic, because of who you are.
But if someone was willing to buy like 11 trade paperbacks, and they say, "Hey, can you work a deal on this?" You'd probably say, "Yeah, we can do a deal on
I
that."
could.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
But maybe not.
But you probably would.
But
get rid of some. I mean, there could be 11 crap trade paperbacks.
Right.
But you're never going to move anyway. So
right. It'd be someone's like, "Wow, this thing's been here for 12 years."
Like, hell yes, pal.
Yeah. Can I walk you out? Can I walk you out to your car with it too, please? When I leave tonight, I go to the market basket. I'm gonna see if I can get my chicken for $1.99. Who says this was?
We just established that.
Does it say flea market in front of here? Does it
Might
say,
as well.
Does it say swap meet?
Should. Kind of like it. Back issues. Someone brings up a big stack of back issues. You're willing to work with them.
Maybe. It depends on how you ask.
But it's still possible.
It's
not possible at Market Basket. They're not going to work with you on the price.
All right, can I do it at Romano's?
Maybe.
Would you take $6 for this sub instead of $7?
Bob might do that. He likes you.
Well, maybe. What about you?
He likes me too.
I don't think he does.
He does.
Not many people like you.
Well.
You kind of put people off.
Yeah.
I'm kind of put off right now. He needs his books. He's got a small week this week.
Thank God.
Nice spot for him to go into the. Yeah.
Oh, he's got that Hulk book. Nice.
So price these up. Iron Fist 15.
It's already priced. Just
Marvel
throw them out.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your price right there.
Yeah. Well, it may not be right.
Could have been last year or something.
Yep. Critical Role.
Oh, Buffy.
Figures.
Okay.
Critical Role, Hell's Bells. I was having someone help me file books once. And my brother can file books faster than anybody can file books. And so I was making the piles, and they're backing up. I said, "Geez, man, if Tim was here, these things wouldn't be piled up like this." He goes, "No." I said, "Man, where's Tim?" And he goes, "If I hear 'Where's Tim' one more time, I'm out of here." I looked at the clock, and I looked at how much was left. I says, "If he leaves, I'm going to be here. Is this worth it? Where's Tim?"
He booked it?
Nope.
No,
called his bluff. But I wanted to see. I was willing to say, "Oh, I'm going to be here an extra hour and a half probably by myself." That's okay. That'll be worth it. We'll see. We'll see what he does. This is a weird week. There's only 2 $5 books this week. 54.
Piece what I usually spend.
You're not going to be talking about that. That leaves proof. So when your wife's flipping through YouTube or whatever, and says, "Oh, hey, I know this idiot that's here right now. That's my husband." She starts listening to what's going on. Said, "Great." Oh, you go, honey, I'm going to be on YouTube today. I'm a superstar. Oh, I'm going to love to watch you, Ian. And then she watches, you start talking about how much you're spending and shit. Yeah, then someone's in the doghouse.
You gotta come down here when my mother comes in one day, just to watch them two go back and forth.
I would love it.
Yeah, she doesn't take my crap at all. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of afraid of her sometimes. I really think she's going to come over and smack me.
Probably would.
I think so.
Corey will probably get something.
He may get one thing. He's kind of a Fruit Loop when it comes to this sort of thing, you know.
I might get one thing too, probably.
What? Talking about me?
Nice hat. I like it.
Oh, thanks. Man.
Yep, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Keep your head warm. Get a little chilly out.
Doing the list or what?
Yeah, we're doing a list.
Okay, let's go.
I gave you a compliment.
Rock and roll.
I gave you a compliment. You acted like it was horrible.
Don't push me, man.
Oh, it's not to push my buttons.
Don't push me.
All right, we got 007. American Jesus. I think that's got to be Mark Miller's, probably one of his worst books. I'm not a fan of American Jesus at all. As a matter of fact, I didn't like the first series. I haven't even read this series.
Some in the second.
Yeah,
And that's the third right there.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Do you find it's hard to read some of this stuff? Like it's better if it's like hooked on phonics.
Taking away what I do, I always do this when he does the list.
I mean, I've learned I'm not allowed to click anything. I've been yelled at so many times. It's finally gotten through my head. He'd be down at the back of the store. Knock it off, because I'd be clicking. I used to click the pen.
You need to click these too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I'm not here to try. I'm not to try to make things difficult in life. You know, I want everything to just run smoothly. I want people to be happy, and I want everyone to have a good time. And it's not me. Green Hornet, Good Boy, Grim Fairy Tales, Hell to Pay, Hitomi, Hunt, Kill, Repeat, Philadelphia, Lady Death, Last Line, Legacy of Violence, Lord of the Jungle, Lovecraft, Lovesick, Magic Order.
Yep. Corey, you're quiet over there.
Manifest Destiny Trade. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, TMNT, Monstrous, Music Box, My Bad, Mysterium, Nightwalkers.
Oh, crap.
Nightwalkers is going to be a good book. It's by Source Point Press, and it's actually got a real writer that's doing it. Like a good writer, like a Cullen Bunn sort of. It's not Cullen Bunn, though, I don't think. I can't remember who it is. But yes, that one looks like it could be good.
It's going to be like vampires, though. You won't even like it.
How do you know it's vampires, Nightwalkers?
It's called Nightwalkers. Who else walks in the
I
night?
think it's about prostitutes and Lawrence.
So you read that book.
Saga.
Yeah, right.
Hey, believe it or not.
Why? Why would they even bother?
Yeah, because they want to be able to take another vacation.
Terrible.
You're done with Saga now, right?
Man. Oh, yeah, fire that
Yeah.
guy.
I'm glad. I'm glad someone's finally put their foot down. I'm not supporting.
His name appears on anything. I'm not buying it. Anything. He could write Spider-Man for the next 50 years. I wouldn't buy an issue.
And what about Fiona Staples?
It's not her fault. She's not culpable, man. It's the guy. You can't write a book.
Yeah, but sometimes
He's too busy in Hollywood.
sometimes the artists are slow too.
She's not slow.
No,
She's fine.
they're too busy. You know what they're doing? He's too busy writing his Substack newsletter that people pay for to get a newsletter, so we can hear what he has for breakfast.
Why would anyone?
I don't know. Oh, well, because you can get a special sneak peek. Right. When the book comes out, we'll see it. We don't need to read a sneak peek.
People's lives, but that's what you're paying for.
Yep. So
a sneak peek at Brian K. Vaughan's life.
And so like all these, so a lot of these, like he sends them to me, so I read some of them, and they talk about, yesterday I went out to dinner, and really, instead of writing us about how you went out to dinner, write another 2 or 3 pages of a friggin' story. But he even signed it, Brian K. Vaughan. It's not Brian Vaughan. Oh, I'm Brian K. Vaughan. You're an idiot. That's what you are. Had enough of him.
He sucks.
Yep.
He's done.
Yep. All right, Samurai Doggy. That book is stupid.
Like, this has to be a quality controlled. Someone has to stop the shit from coming out. Samurai Doggy. That's what you're calling off on the list. That's fucking stupid.
Well, what if they just call it a different name? Would that be okay then?
No, but think about it for a second.
It's a samurai dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are okay with samurai turtles or a samurai rabbit. Isn't Usagi Jim was a rabbit? Yeah, rabbit. Yep. So why can't we have a samurai dog?
Those are flying off the shelves out here, right?
Here's where you come in.
I make up for that other one.
Exterminators.
Yes. I know. I was trying to think of doing
It's an X book.
Yeah.
All right.
I do all Xbox.
Yeah, you do most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah, what do you do? 2 that you don't do a 1?
2.
They roped him in, Glenn. He just blindly does the Xbox.
Oh, he blindly does a lot of stuff. I thank him every time it comes in. Like just this last book, there was a third issue. Well, I read issue 1, didn't like it. I read part of issue 2. Ugh. But I'm gonna buy issue 3 because it's 3 issues, but I'm not gonna read it.
I'll probably read it.
No. But no, I appreciate it though.
I'll tough through it.
You know something? No, I appreciate people like that though, like you. It helps me stay in business. Okay, so I'm not getting stuck with issue 3 and 4 because you dropped it. I'll finish the whole series. Well, thank you.
Yep.
And I thank you all who do that. Well, I read the first 3 issues. I hated it, but there's only 6 issues. I have to have them all, so I'll buy the other, but I'm not going to read them.
So you throw the first 3 in the garbage and just forget about it.
Right. Exactly. Or maybe you shred them. You shred them and you piss all over them and you mail them back to the company who made it.
Birdcage with it. You
use
kindling for your campfire, whatever you got to do.
Yeah. All right, we got Thor.
Yep.
Sins of Sinister.
Yep.
Murder World Wolverine.
Yep.
Midnight Suns.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's a bad book, dude. No, I said it's a bad book. You said I know, but I like it.
I do.
You don't like a bad book.
You
bad.
can like a bad book.
How do you like a bad book?
Like it could be
Like,
bad.
this is
It
bad.
could be a
Same way you like a bad TV show or bad movie. You know
don't
it's
like a bad TV show or a bad movie.
No, but you know I like some really goofy shit. You know it's bad, but it's good.
No,
Well, see, I like Sharknado.
Okay.
That's a bad movie.
On purpose.
Yeah.
The cheese factor's kicked up to 11 on purpose so you can enjoy that part of it.
No, but some comics, the story sucks, but the artwork's good, or the artwork is junk, but the story's good.
If the story sucks, then it's unreadable.
So you buy, just look at the pictures.
He's still hooked on phonics,
Right.
so the fact that he looks at pictures that says something. But what's good with him though is he makes his own story as he's looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, it's childlike because
So you do it when you're 7 years old, you know?
right. Well, and again, he's 40 going on 7. So, so he'll make his own story. It'll be childlike, but at least you're looking at the pretty art and you're making up some little story as it goes along. Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, what are you getting out of that book?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh my God!
He likes Doctor Strange. He wants to support it.
Keeping Glenn in business.
Well, thank you. Again,
Holy
I appreciate
mackerel.
it. If he doesn't buy this Doctor Strange, they may not put out another Doctor Strange book.
Doctor Strange won't take it personally if you don't buy that book.
If there's enough times it's
You'll
sold,
hurt Glenn's wallet, but you won't hurt Doctor Strange's feelings.
but if Doctor Strange sells low all the time, Marvel may just someday say, we're never going to do a Doctor Strange book again. And so he wants to make sure that doesn't happen. He wants it.
Trad Moore? Is that who's doing it?
Tradmore, yeah. I say no more, please. We got Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Gotham Knights, Gilded City. No. That's the one that comes back.
That's the cop. Oh, yeah, I'm doing that one.
You don't even know what you do.
Yeah, I'm doing that one.
I already put your name down on it. Yeah.
What's the police
GCPD.
One? That's that one.
That's called Gotham City Police Department. GCPD. That's a police one. You know,
I'm tired.
I apologize. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be.
Why are you being so mean?
I just apologize.
He needs someone to pick on. He's tired of picking on you.
You're
an easy target.
You can be nice to everyone.
I was just apologizing that it was uncalled for.
Where's your never apologize t-shirt?
Am I wearing it today?
No.
No, what am I wearing today instead?
Hated
daily, loving it. I felt bad.
I didn't know you were apologizing this year.
I may not. It may never happen again. But I felt I wronged Ian right there at that moment. Right.
It, yeah.
Yep. And I felt to man up and apologize to him that I am sorry that I made fun of your intellect and and he doesn't know what he's reading, but hey, this is Batman, One Bad Day, Catwoman.
Yep.
Blue Beetle. I don't want to hear a yes from either one of you.
Corey nodded yes.
Yeah, because
Corey nodded yes.
You know better. I mean, there's a shit book. There's a shit book there. Ted Cord is not there.
Well, he might be.
Yeah, he could be. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Yeah. Detective Comics.
Yes.
Let's see. Ian's name is there. I don't see Turner's on this list.
Write it down,
but I'm going to right now.
Okay, thanks, man.
Just for you.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Should say that a few more times, though.
What?
I appreciate you. Flash.
Yes.
Reorder. Harley Quinn.
Why'd you do that?
Because it just came out this week. And we're going to finish this off with a great book, an awesome book, probably the best DC book ever, Tim Drake Robin.
I thought you were going to say Ambush Bug.
Ambush Bug is better than Tim Drake Robin. That is Pooh times 6.
Number 1, huh? Nice cover. You're missing out, Glenn.
7 already.
Yeah, no shit. Time to close up.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Gonna do, see what I get. Yeah, the artwork's nice.
Well, it's Eduardo Rizzo from 100 Bullets.
I like that guy. I like that guy until I don't.
What does that even mean?
I like him until I don't.
When did you stop liking him?
I could have last week.
I like him until I don't.
Right. At some point, I may not like him anymore.
Why wouldn't you like him?
I don't know. He may change his art style. I like John Romita Jr. until I didn't. You can go back and look at his artwork in Daredevil in the early 90s or whatever with Ando Setti writing it. It had to be one of the worst stories and one of the worst artwork ever in the book. But he had... I don't know when I started noticing that he was bad. So,
I feel like the older he's getting, the worse it's getting.
Well, that happens a lot to people.
Yeah. Hey, his artwork beats Rob Liefeld's feet.
I might take Liefeld over Romita Jr.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Really? Romita Jr.?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd rather have a guy draw no backgrounds than a guy draw shitty backgrounds.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's too
So
many.
is Romita Jr. better than Bacalo?
Almost anybody's better than Bacalo.
Yeah,
Except for that guy on Sergeant Immortal.
That guy's the worst ever.
Yeah.
Is Bacalo better than the dude that's doing Doctor Strange?
Oh, wow.
That's tough.
Gigantic piles of poop in different ways.
Yeah, that's tough. But I think I'd take Bacalo, probably over the Doctor Strange, yeah. He's done some stuff that's almost... You can almost look at it. Tried more stuff you can't even look at.
Yeah.
His artwork makes your eyes bleed. He's the cause of Ebola. But you know who's not good either is Del Mundo.
He's terrible.
Yeah, well, that Spawn book you got last week was done by Del Mundo.
I haven't read it yet.
You're in for a treat.
Was it Spawn the Unwanted? Yeah, well, it is Unwanted. Yeah. It's Unwanted because you get friggin' Del Mundo doing the artwork. He did Winter Soldier, where I looked at the page and I had the only reason why I knew who they were is because I'd read the page before and I knew those two people were on the next page. But I didn't know that it was actually Winter Soldier and Namor standing side by side. But they were in the water and there was a train going through. There was a train going through the water. The Winter Soldier. No. That book went right in the 50-cent box. That Winter Soldier shit. But yeah, so they were standing, but I think they were in Atlantis. I'm not sure, but I thought they were underwater. But there's a train coming through, and it made absolutely no sense. It was just so abstract. Couldn't even. I didn't even understand what was going on. That was the end. That was the end of that book.
Yeah.
I tried it too. I tried.
Oh crap!
Go back and look at Immortal Sergeant. It's under I. If you couldn't figure it out.
What a dick.
So you felt bad about insulting his intellect before, and you apologized to him.
Right.
Now you're right back to insulting his intellect.
No, if he just couldn't figure it out, I just let him know. I didn't say anything about. I didn't say he couldn't.
No, that was insulting. That was very condescending.
Ooh, that's yeah. Actually, my kids draw better than that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
There was a blind guy with no arms that drew better than that could draw better than that. I don't know. I've never liked Kang. I hate time traveling. I hate time traveling. I hate time traveling characters. You know, hey, he's this guy here, but back in this time he did this here and he did that. I just don't like anything about time travel. So Kang is one of my least favorite guys. I'm kind of pissed that he's going to be one of the main villains throughout the next phase of Marvel. I mean, I guess I'll have to get over it. I mean, I suppose you can time travel, you can be in the multiverse. They both suck. So, well, take one or the other. I was still a fan of Thanos, but I mean, he was in the two Avengers movies. After that, he was just a little minor piece in this. It looks like Kang's going to be, I think, more involved, because he's nowhere near as powerful, as strong as Thanos. You're going to need him to be in 12 different things to actually make you say, "Wow, this guy's kind of a badass," because he's just an idiot that jumps through time. I haven't watched Eternals yet. Eternals have to be one of the worst group of people that Marvel has ever created. And I haven't watched that movie yet, and I'm not looking to waste 3 hours of my life for it. Eventually I may watch it, most likely not. Oh my God, the Eternals is one of the worst characters, one of the worst the worst characters that were ever invented. I mean, there's a couple characters that are good. Like, I liked Cersei in the comic books. She was an Eternal, but she wasn't with the Eternals. She was with the Avengers. So that was, it was okay. But just a book or just a movie about the Eternals? Nah. I think I'd rather chew glass and catch a bowler or something. It's, I don't need that. Stab my eyes out. That's kind of how I feel about Kang, but at least he'll be the villain in something that I actually like characters of. I don't fault anybody for saying, hey, this is who we want to have. This is who we want to have, because, I mean, especially since they were doing multiverse stuff, I mean, you could make all different alternate timelines too with him, because he's bouncing around through time. And we've always learned that once you start dealing with time, you create another alternate timeline when you screw something up. So, I mean, they've already started it. So, I mean, he's the perfect guy to have, but doesn't mean he's any good. You just did the Infinity Gauntlet, which was one of the best stories in the past 30 years in comics. Where do you go from there? Again, as we always say, just tell me a good story. I don't need them to make, 9 or 10 movies that all kind of link together, and then here's your big thing. Just make a movie with a story. I don't care if it goes into the next movie. Just do a good 2-hour movie, a good 2-hour story. Let's see what we can push here for the limit. How many crap characters will these fools take before they stop coming to see the movies? They made one of the worst movies I've ever made with the last Doctor Strange movie. It was perfect Sam Raimi. If you wanted to see dumb, you got it, okay? This was not good. I mean, just like his first 3 Spider-Man movies that he made. Some of the worst pieces of crap. He's my favorite character. Then you give us that Tobey Maguire crap. Now here comes Doctor Strange. It's like, okay, this could be interesting. I mean, we already know it's not going to be, because it right in the title, it's multiverse. So you've already ruined something there. And then that idiot starts off the thing fighting a giant monster or whatever. Oh yeah, that was all cool and dandy. Yay, that's a DC movie. And then you get Doctor Strange fighting the other Doctor Strange, throwing musical notes at each other, making a song. Stupid. Sam Raimi needs to just get fired from Hollywood. I wish they'd find some dirt on him so he got canceled and we wouldn't have to see that idiot anymore. Leave him out of the comic movies. Go make what other crap you want to make. Yeah, that Doctor Strange movie, there was very, 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 very little redeeming qualities out of that movie.
He ain't lying.